A couple days ago, I was out fishing at my pond when a fish actually bit and pulled my rod in the pond. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it back. But today, we're gonna try to get it. I've got some magnets, we're gonna do some magnet fishing, and if all goes well, there's a really good chance there's still a fish attached to this rod. And so that brings us to right here. We got Dan.
Right.
We have Logan. And we're gonna try to do it. Here's the gear we got today. We're gonna start off with a magnet. Now, I don't even know if this rod is magnetic and magneted. I don't know if it's metal. Okay, could be aluminum. But if this doesn't work, we're gonna try other things. We're probably gonna go out and get a big treble hook if it don't work and just try to snag it. But let me just show you what happened, all right? Let me recreate it. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I caught a catfish. Pretty sure it's a catfish. That's what I was fishing for. But it pulled the rod up in the water. It went in the water right here. I don't know how big the catfish is, so the rod could be sitting right here. The rod could be on the other side of the pond. I don't know. Dan, what do you think about this?
There's only one way to find out, ain't there?
I guess. Also, it's time to address the allegations. Here's the allegations, Dan. At this point, Kendall's just putting stuff in his pond to have videos about finding it. Because not too long ago, we did do this video where we went scuba diving to find a lost GoPro, which we never found. Yeah, lost GoPro.
Yeah.
Made a good video, didn't it? Well, the GoPro is still in the bottom pond. You will see whenever we pull up the GoPro one day. I don't know when it'll be. Maybe this year, maybe not. We will find the GoPro. We might find this fishing rod. It may be 5 years from now, but we will get this fishing rod eventually.
Ain't there a chair in there as well?
There's a chair. Yeah, there's a chair over here. That's enough. I think it is magnetic. Okay. So we were out here. I'm speechless. Okay, that chair's got me tore up for a long time. I came out here about 2 months ago, and I was like, boys, we got a problem. Somebody stole my chair, okay? Well, then I thought about it a little bit. I think the wind blew it in. So, but if it's not right here, I think someone did steal my chair. But I don't know who stole my chair. Kind of do think it may be the wind. But we're looking for an orange chair. It looks sick, okay? It's awesome. But it ain't too awesome if the fish are sitting in it and not me. Dan, you want to do the honors?
We'll give it a go.
All right. I'll go ahead and tie it off right here. Here's how the professional magnet fishers do. And they'll tie it off like that right there. That way they ain't got to worry about it, you know? And now you ain't got to hold the rope. Boom. Now you just take the magnet and you just toss it in. 150-pound magnet, so I think if we get a chair, we should be able to get it. Woo, baby. Oh, gosh. Let's see what we got. And basically, I think the move is you just drag this around. Let it drag the bottom and hope that it comes up with something. Man, I hope we find this fishing pole. I hope we find the fishing pole. See, boom, nothing. This should be the easiest thing we try to find. The fishing pole, by golly, that could be hard.
Cheers.
See what you can do, Dan. See, I don't think the chair is going to be that far away, so that's a good thing. In the meantime, while Dan is trying to get that chair, we're going to be rigging up something else. Last night, I did try to get it on my own. It did not work out the way I was wanting it to. I got this mega treble rig, okay? Did not work, okay? But what I am going to do is I got this fish finder, a castable fish finder. So I think I may be able to cast this around and find what we may be looking for. I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to see a fishing pole on the bottom, but we might. And we also might be able to see a fish if it's tangled up just swimming around like crazy too. Because the fish is probably very confused. And we might be able to see the chair too. Because it'll help us a lot if we know where the thing is we're looking for. Otherwise, it's just like a big old grid search. How's it going, Dan?
No bueno right now.
How's your experience magnet fishing for the first time?
Successful as yours right now.
Nice. I have never successfully magnet fished, so that should be a big confidence booster for us. Good thing about the magnet though, we don't have to worry about water clarity like we did with the scuba dive. Otherwise, we just scuba dive and go find it. I'll throw that in and I'll screen record what it shows us. So you can see that right there is the bottom right there. I should be able to move this around and it should start giving me readings. Now, what I'm looking for is just something off the bottom that kind of looks like just something maybe like 2 or 3 feet tall. I should be moving it out to deeper water as I am, and we're just looking for something down there on the bottom. So I may actually bring it right here by the dock and look for something. It's just a chair, so it's not like gonna be big, but it should show up on here. We ain't doing too hot right now. Unless the chair is evaporated or whatever.
I think people are going to think this is fake again.
I do too. I really do. I think they're going to be like, yeah, okay, looking for a fishing pole, huh? Yeah, well, just wait until you see us bringing up a big catfish on that thing. If it has not been long enough for the catfish to die. However, I do think it will if we aren't able to get it. But if we can find the rod and the catfish isn't hung up in a rock, I think we'll get the catfish back. There might be something right there. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Sonar's not really showing us anything. We're not seeing what I was hoping to see. All right, let me fling it over here where the rod was. I'd say the rod probably won't show up, but we'll give it a shot. It was literally right there is where it went in the water. I don't know if it's there. If it's not a big catfish, I'd say there's a chance the rod could be right there. If it's a decent catfish, then it could have drugged the rod a pretty good ways. But just looking at the sonar, not looking too hot.
What if it's underneath the dock?
I don't know if it would be under the dock. The fish pulled it that way, and it jumped off right there. I don't think it'd be under the dock. I think I see it. That's either a fish or the rod right there. That down there on the bottom, and there's definitely a fish right there at 5 feet. That might be the rod at 10 down at the bottom. I'm not sure. There's fish under it though. You can see that up top too. You kind of got to think about it like whenever that rod goes in the water, it's almost going to act like an anchor and kind of sit in the bottom. So yeah, throw right over it. Maybe over there a little bit more.
This is deep, this bit.
Oh, it's super deep. I mean, it's like 12 feet. It's 13 feet right here where we're at. Boys, this magnet fishing's tough. Find my lost fishing pole. I don't know if we don't. I think it may be lost for a while. Good thing about it, I know it ain't. I know where it ain't going nowhere. Somewhere in this little hole. If we somehow find the fishing rod in 2 years out in the middle of the field, I think we have problems. Besides that, I think the rod will be caught one day. I'm hoping it's today though. Also, I got bad news, especially since we were just swimming in here. I seen a snapping turtle in here the other day.
I ain't ever getting in here again.
Snapping turtle's probably not going to grab you unless you step on its head accidentally. I'm going to get that turtle out ASAP. That turtle messed up by letting me see him because I didn't know he's here. And now that I know he's here, dude's got a death wish. Okay, he's going down. It'll be pretty soon too. Oh, you felt something? It should be right off that light. Like, even if we don't, if we have to go buy a big treble hook, we will go and we will try to snag that too. Let's see if we got anything.
No.
Nothing? Yeah, I don't even know if GoPros are magnetic. That's another thing. I know the little clamp arm it was on is not magnetic, but there is a big spring in it, so maybe it is magnetic. Maybe we could actually bring it up. We might have a good chance, Dan.
Maybe. I felt it like go like boom with something.
That's probably yeah, then. Just got to drag it over it enough to where eventually it ends up hitting a piece of metal on it.
There's definitely something right here.
That's where it should be.
It's bumping into something right here, but I don't know if that's it or if it's just something else.
I'd say that's it.
It's hitting something down there.
That's what we need to know. Pond isn't that old, so the things that's been dropped in here, I feel like I know most of them. So far, we should have a chair over here, a GoPro, and a fishing pole. And then there's a shepherd's hook over here. And there's another shepherd's hook over there because the bear broke it. I'm not too worried about recovering those, though. I'd really like to get the chair. Definitely want the GoPro, and I definitely want the fishing pole.
Mate, there is something literally right here, but I don't.
It's the GoPro. We know it's there.
I just don't need to find the magnet.
That's what that whole last video was about. We know there's a GoPro there. We just couldn't figure out how to get it. And apparently the magnet ain't gonna get it either. The setup honestly looks exactly like this. This is slightly magnetic, but not enough to bring it up. If you get lucky and go for the spring, you can pull it up, but that's probably not gonna happen. So yeah, this is what we're looking for, but like, I don't know, there's not much metal on it. I don't think there's that much metal on a fishing pole either. I mean, there's metal, but I think it's aluminum. And aluminum's not magnetic. It don't have enough electrolytes in it. Yeah, I feel it right there. I feel it right there. It is literally right here. That's exactly where it's supposed to be. I feel it right here. We can almost use this as like just a feel for it to figure out where it is and then snag it later. I figured there was a really good chance that this wouldn't work, so I came up with a plan B. That's what we're about to do right now. Well, they make really big treble hooks with weight built in them, so you can actually throw it out and just drag a giant hook on the bottom, kind of like a grapple hook, in hopes to snag stuff. I'm thinking there's a way better chance we somehow snag the GoPro than get it with the magnet. And then back to the fishing pole, I'd say there's a really good chance we can snag the fishing pole if we can figure out where it is. That's gonna be the hard part with it. Also, one thing people ask, some people wanna know how deep the pond is. Right there where the thing is 20 feet. I've documented it 24 feet at its deepest so far. Kind of a deep pond. If you lose something out in the middle, you probably ain't getting it back. I say let's lock it up, let's roll it up. Let's go grab that SD card, see what the deer look like. What do you think, Dan?
I think it's not looking promising right now, but
maybe not right now. But these treble hooks, whenever we go see them, you'll see they're really cool. I don't have any though.
I'll take your word for it.
All right, let's go see you. Bye. All right, I wasn't going to record this. It's just something random. I like to keep this little thing on my fish feeder so I can check out the pond. But as I was walking down here, we just seen something that's epic. Look at this. So y'all know bluegill, right? Super important. They're like the building blocks of the pond, essentially. Well, whenever they spawn, this is what it looks like. It literally looks like craters. It's a crater. Looks like craters, but listen. You can see all those different bluegill. There should be probably a big male guarding each of those nests. Some of them may just be cruising around. But this is just perfectly what it looks like. It literally looks like craters, but you can just see all the bluegill that are just sitting there nesting. I don't know, spawning. That's what they call whenever fish do their thing. They're spawning. You can see right here's a perfect example. There's a big bluegill setting in that crater. That's the male, and he is guarding that nest. Now here's the thing about it. If you want to catch him, oh gosh, you throw anything in his bed, he's going to eat it immediately. I didn't bring a fishing pole. Maybe we'll bring him back and I'll show you. But back to the craters real quick. Why is there craters? What's going on? Well, originally that's just sandy bottom, but the fish actually take their tail and they will sit there and they will wave their tail all day long for days, or ever how long it takes for it to get hard bottom down to rocks, which is like pebbles, what's in the middle. And that's just because they need a hard bottom to lay their eggs for them to do what they're supposed to do. Right here is the product of all that. You can see all those little babies. I'm pretty sure those are fry. I'm not sure what species. Fry means baby fish, like baby fish, like that right there. I'm not sure if that's bass or bluegill fry. It would make sense for it to be bluegill since that's kind of what's guarding it. But super cool, dude. I mean, this is something you may not get to see, but the water's clear and it's pretty shallow. I wanted to show you this because this is what spawning fish look like. But anyways, back to this. I'm just gonna set this on the feeder so that not only can I check in and see if the fish feeder's running and everything, but I can also check in and honestly, I can see how much water's dropped whenever I want to, and also check and just make sure everything's doing okay. Every evening, there's deer that just walk the edges of the pond, which is really cool. A lot of cool things happening out here. But now, speaking of deer, we're gonna go check that SD card and we're gonna see some of the bucks because I know I got a good picture of the biggest one. I think his name is Holton, crazy enough. Never heard of that before. I don't know, dude. That makes me excited. I like seeing all those bluegill. That's cool. Tell them what we did, Dan. We called an audible and we are now eating.
Yeah, a little bit of scran going on. Get myself a double cheeseburger, portion of chips, water. You know the drill.
We got a double cheeseburger and fries.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're gonna be checking the trail camera, but we're gonna be checking the trail camera after we get the treble hooks. So we're gonna eat, then we're getting the treble hooks, then we'll go from there. I think we're gonna stop at Tractor Supply too, because we need to buy more fish feed.
Don't dress like models.
This looks bussin', don't it? How are the chips, mate?
Pickles only.
8 out of 8. Yeah.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
They,
Solid.
yeah.
All right, let me try the chip. Chips are good, mate. And that.
No complaints with me. Good. That one. No.
All right, we have moved on to milkshakes because we are big. Yes. Update, we got milkshakes. He got pineapple.
Your choice. I didn't get to pick.
Yeah, I chose pineapple for him. How is it? Thick. You got vanilla, what, red one? I got white.
You got a red one.
There is normal trail hooks, but we want ones with weight built in. They should be over here. We want the biggest ones they got. That, you tell me. That right there. What do you think, Dan? You think that if we drag that on the bottom, we may come up with something?
I'm no expert, but it's got a good chance.
I think so too. Say we'll grab a few. We want the biggest ones they got. pounds. We need at least 3 just in case. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if we're gonna lose them. You ever seen a spinnerbait before, Dan?
No, but it looks pretty fresh.
You gonna get you one? You gonna get you one?
Well, I don't know how to use it.
Just throw it out really back.
But where do I connect it?
Huh?
Where do I connect it?
You tie it up there. Let's see what Dan's doing. This is probably Dan's first time in a fishing store. Is it, Dan?
Hey?
Your first time in a fishing store?
Yeah.
By the way, Dan is from England, and he is legally called...
An alien.
He is legally an alien.
So, you do hunting aliens, but just use a paintball gun instead of a real gun. Video idea. 10 million likes and he'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get shot.
What do you think of all the options?
Everything's the same, just different color, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's pretty much fishing. Everything looks like a little fish, just different colors and.
I like these things though. I might have to learn how to use them.
Oh, you like a jig?
Yeah, but I've only just mastered bluegill hunting, so.
I believe this right here is all we're gonna need. But not a bad time to check out some other stuff. That would be the last thing I buy in the entire store.
What?
What you just touched. The last thing I'd ever
Why,
spend real money on.
They look good.
I don't know. They don't look. I mean, they look.
You're the fishing expert.
No comment. No comment. Dan, pick you out a good spinnerbait.
You sure?
Yeah, it'll be your bonus today.
Oh. Big white one for the boys.
Big white spinnerbait. Nice. Yo, check this out. I just had a find. It's a bucket. I'm gonna buy a bucket at Tractor Supply. It is $11.99. Borderline ridiculous, okay? After a big flood, go out by the river, find as many buckets as you want. This one has a rope on it. I'm just be honest, guys. Wait a minute, hold up. You're telling me that? Oh, I'm not buying this bucket anymore. I'm gonna get on Amazon and buy the rope. All I want is the rope. What do you think, Dan? Am I crazy?
Yeah, but that's a discussion for another day.
Oh. This one does have this handle too, which is actually kind of cool. I don't know why I'm doing an ad for Tractor Supply buckets right now. I ain't even buying it.
So we do a challenge. Who can build the best bucket?
We really fell off, I'm gonna be honest. This channel is nothing like it used to be.
Build a bucket challenge.
Yeah, that's when you know.
Leave the YouTube before the YouTube leaves you.
Yeah. Hear me out though. I want a bucket to be a garbage can on the dock. Because we don't have a garbage can and throwing it in the pond ain't good. So I think we need a decently looking bucket so we can hang it on the dock and throw stuff in it as garbage. But I'm not about to have Purina and Tractor Supply randomly just hanging out at the dock. So if I get this bucket, I'm gonna have to spray paint it.
Well, you just get a plain one, drill 2 holes in it, slap a KG sticker on it, and then we're chilling.
I like that. Never mind fish feed.
The city boy has become country. We buy fish feed for every pond in Kentucky.
Where'd he go?
All right, guys, we're back at Gary Pond. We have everything we need. You grab your fishing pole? Yep. All right, Dan's going to be throwing that spinnerbait. We're going to show him how to throw the spinnerbait because he didn't know what it was or what it's called or where to tie it. But before we do any of that, I feel like I almost need to explain myself why I was having a crash out over a bucket. But let me cast my vision, okay? Hang on. All right, here's my vision. Boom. We're walking out on the dock. Safety first. You have the life raft. Boom, we have the fish feeder. This makes all the fish feed and stuff. Boom, this is our diffuser. It's the thing that bubbles up. Walk a little further. Boom, we have our table. This is where the crash out begins. I kind of want a bucket like this to be the garbage can, because as you can see, we have some garbage in there. But I want it to not necessarily be a Lowe's bucket and to maybe be something that looks like it's meant to be here. So I kind of wanted it to look cooler right there. Boom, we continue on. Here's where the vision really starts, okay? Hear me out. Right here, I want to have outdoor storage bench, okay? Maybe a bench with a back on it, and then the seat raises up so you can put stuff. And then have the umbrella back here behind it for both shade and the sun protection. So that's going to span right there. Right here on the edge, I want to have a gliding bench with a back on it. So it's kind of like a bench, like a seat with the back on it, but it glides back and forth. So it's like a rocking chair, or it's like a swing, but that doesn't hang from anything. And then I'm thinking right here by my fish feeder, I'm going to get me a rocking chair so that I can just sit here and like throw bread. That's kind of what I'm thinking. My umbrella, low-key, this thing was $40 on Amazon. The reviews are really bad, but so far, probably the best $40 I've spent.
Nearly ended up in the pond though.
It did almost fall in the pond earlier. All right, Dan, let's rig up your spinnerbait and get you started. Oh, that's just the KG pocket knife, available at KendallGrayOutdoors.com or first link in the description. This particular color is called what, Dan?
Ice camo.
Nope, white fish.
Close enough. What do you think of my tying skills?
Tying skills. If it holds, it holds. All right, now this is a spinnerbait, Dan. We're gonna get you rigged up with your first ever spinnerbait. All of them pretty much look the same. And I was like, yeah, pretty much. But that's because the goal of pretty much every fishing lure ever is to look like a small fish. Because that's what predator fish eat. Everything, all predator fish pretty much eat small fish. And so that right there is what that's supposed to look like. May not look like it, but let's put it in the water and pull it through pretty quick and you may think it's a actual fish.
What's the best knot first?
For this, a polymer knot. Now, do you know what that means?
I know what knot means.
All right. But we're going to tie it right up here. So nothing too crazy.
I just did loads of little normal knots on the other one.
If you're not sure how to tie the knot, I would suggest going to Google and type in fishing knot.
Okay. So my knot of just keep knotting it until I couldn't do it anymore is not the way to do it.
It worked, but it's honestly easier to do that.
Okay.
Now look at this, look at this, look at this. Watch, 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 watch. That's cool, dude.
Fresh.
Also, the reason I didn't want the Tractor Supply bucket is because I don't want it to say Tractor Supply and all that stuff on here. Because I'm going to get a big KG sticker and put on it. So that way it looks like it's a KG bucket. But we don't actually sell buckets, but I want it to look like we do. Now, hand me that rod whenever you're ready. And now let's watch how this thing swims. All right, I'm just going to swim it right through. See all the little fish think it's actual fish?
Yeah, you can see them.
They're coming up to swim with their buddies. Now, basically, here's what we're trying to do with the spinnerbait. Super simple. This is not a how-to spinnerbait. You throw it out, you can let it sink to wherever you want, and then just reel it back. Super simple. And basically, those blades are going to flash. They're going to kick. We're going to let Dan go ahead and be fishing. And also, the longer you let it sink, it's just going to get deeper and deeper.
All right.
So, pretty simple overall. Now, see, it slings pretty good, don't it?
Yeah.
You just maybe don't want to let it touch the bottom every time. It will get hung up. That's one good thing about the top water whopper plopper. It can't get hung up because it's on top of the water. That thing can get hung underwater and you just won't know about it. The underwater fish, watch this, watch this, watch this. I ain't even kidding. That's such a big upgrade. It's such a small upgrade that you don't think about it. Oh, a garbage bucket? Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, whenever you're cutting little pieces of line, maybe you use a soft plastic little worm and it gets eat in half. What are you gonna do with the other piece? You don't want to throw it in the pond. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do just throw the stuff in the pond. And whatever you want. Maybe that's okay. Maybe it's not. Probably not really. But I'm not throwing my stuff in the pond. You throw soft plastic in there, a fish will eat it, get stuck in their gut, it dies. Or the other scenario, it just goes to the bottom and now you just have a random piece of plastic sitting on the bottom of the pond forever. The fishing line, you just throw it out. You just have a random piece of fishing line everywhere and you may get hung on it later. Anyways, I'm not ranting, but having a garbage bucket, big upgrades. And I'm gonna drill holes in the bottom so that if it rains, no big worry, it'll just drain out the bottom. And I'm gonna let it sink right there to the bottom. This is called snagging. Now, we're snagging not anything real, but I'm throwing it out, letting it sink to the bottom. I'm just gonna so slowly just drag that thing on the bottom. And it's gonna hook everything down there, including wood, including rocks, including grass. But if the rod is down there, then including the rod. Now I'm almost hoping that maybe even I can get out in front of the rod and just snag the line. I'd be happy with that. I don't actually care if I snag the rod. I just need to snag the line. If we don't find this rod, I think my second best option, literally gonna be coming out here every single day, looking at the top of the water and looking for a dead catfish. Because unfortunately, we hooked him with a circle hook right here, we assume. I mean, that's most likely. We most likely hooked him right here in a circle hook. Catfish's mouths are like really skin, really something. I don't know. If you've caught a catfish, you know. Hook's probably not coming out. He's probably gonna die. So I'll come out here every day, look around for a catfish. If I see a catfish floating, get in the boat, head on out there. Hope that the catfish still has a hook in its mouth. That's if we can't get it right here, which I ain't giving up neither. Look at all those bubbles. That's where my hook is at. Now with that many bubbles, I may have moved something right there. Might be an animal, but I don't know. Please let there be a line attached. There's not. There's probably like 20 yards of line out. So that means there's 20 yards of line that I could accidentally snag the line, which would be just as good as snagging the pole. There's something. They're hung on something. But now the fishing pole, I can tell you, it ain't that heavy. Come on. Something's coming.
Could be the chair.
Might be the chair. Could be the chair. It's something big, so it's going to come up real slowly. It's actually something massive. I know that it is not. Tighten up my drag. There's no way it's not the. I don't know what's this big right here. It ain't nothing supposed to be right here. Gosh. There's nothing supposed to be right here. Come on over. Let's see what this thing's going to be. There's not supposed to be anything here.
It is the chair.
It is the chair. Oh, here. I'm going to pull it up and you grab it. I knew that thing was here somewhere. How did it get over here? That's what I'm saying. Oh, it's pull and drag, dude. It's big. There's no way it's pull and drag. It's like pull and drag a lot.
Could be everything on one.
Could be. It actually really... Dude, what if the catfish turned around, went over here, because the chair's supposed to be here, got the chair, pulled it back this way, and everything's attached?
That would make sense if it's pull and drag.
Oh my gosh, it's about to break the pole. Never caught a chair this big. Like I'm telling you, like I'm fighting this thing. I'm glad this pole's good.
I hope it don't snap and hit me in the face.
That'd be bad. See, it's coming towards us. That ain't normal.
Oh.
Come up more?
A little bit more. Got it.
All right. Heck yeah, baby. Got him. Let's think and go. I knew that thing was in here. I knew that thing was in here. I told you it was. I told you it was. I told you.
Somewhat beat the allegations.
Yeah, we beat some of them at least. I starting to believe someone stole it because it's pretty good. I could see somebody stealing that. That's the biggest thing I've ever caught out of here.
I don't know how we didn't feel that the other day when we was literally swimming around here, going down here.
Let's think and go, baby. That's a good chair too. Like, they don't make them like that anymore. How in the world the chair ended up over here, I don't know. Maybe the wind blew this way, I don't know. Because there was a hurricane. Y'all probably heard about it. There was a big hurricane and that wind was brutal. If I thought that the chair was over there, it's untelling where the GoPro is. That would be cool. Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
You caught a fish, haven't you? Oh.
No, I think I caught by the duck house. It ain't moving.
Duck house.
Yeah. Nope, never mind. It came up. No, hook the stick down there. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Something about snagging, you'll be careful because you're literally just dragging a giant hook down there. I mean, if you hook up with something that doesn't move, you're done. Not really much you can do about it.
Well, I mean, it's an improvement.
It's an improvement. We found a whole stinking chair.
Yeah, it's an improvement, but yeah, as I said, Rome weren't built in a day. Catching a GoPro will take time as well.
You don't never know. I mean, there's a really good chance that catfish moved just a little bit. And that could move the fishing pole. All right, guys, we may have a little bit of weather moving in, but I think we still got a little bit of time. But here's the thing. Me and Logan, we was out here like, when was it? Early spring?
Yeah.
And we was just fishing normal. And I was holding my fishing rod and dropped it in the water. We came back with a big treble hook, just like this. We came back and snagged it like first cast. I don't know what happened to this one. This one, the only difference is this one had a fish attached. So maybe that fish drugged this thing off. And I don't think that's impossible at all. I was hoping it was unlikely. But I mean, usually if you know something's right there, the treble hook can get it. Like the treble hook, we didn't even know the chair was there and the treble hook pulled it up. But the good thing about it is people fish, as people fish, as people fish, as people fish. They'll basically be dragging treble hooks around for us. Eventually, that spinning rod is gonna pop up. And we're not done yet either. I'm still gonna wait to see if that fish dies, and then see if I can pull the treble hook, or see if I can pull the hook out of his mouth. All right, we'll catch y'all later. All right, guys, so right now, I'm actually in the warehouse where we package all the merch and stuff. I mentioned the knife deal earlier, but I wanted to actually come in here and show you guys some of the colors we still have in stock. And I went ahead and changed the deal a little bit. It's going to be buy 2 knives, get 1 free, but you're also going to be able to get a free bracelet set for free too. So that's going to be 5 different bracelets, and right over here, 5 different stickers as well. So I want to throw that in for you. But as for the knife colors, we have Blue Tigress, Desert Tan, we have some Chocolate Chip, Midnight, Red Tigress, and I believe Green Woodland. But I'm going to open these up and show them to you in person. Let's see, let's start with Green Woodland. There's that. So pretty much like our green camo. The KG pocket knife. Here's Desert Tan. As you can see, like a desert camo. Tan, hence the name. Chocolate chip camo. This is my favorite. If you guys don't know, that's actually like a popular military camo that the United States used for a little bit. That is my favorite one right now. Here we have Blue Tigress, which is like a blue camo. That's super sick. Red Tigress, as you could imagine, is red camo. That one looks super slick. And then somehow I still picked another Desert Tan. What am I doing over here? Oh, okay, that's okay. It's because Midnight's the one I forgot. Midnight, as you could maybe imagine, is actually a black camo. That one's pretty slick. So yeah, unfortunately, I think USA might be sold out right now, but these are some of the colors we do have. Midnight, Red Tigress, Blue Tigress, Desert Tan, Green Woodland. And these are actually all the KG camo color. And then we have this one, which is a little bit different. That's just a chocolate chip camo. Still looks sick, though. But yeah, here we're going to be doing this deal for a little while. Buy 2 KG pocket knives, get 1 free. And then also, you're going to get a KG bracelet pack for free, too. Just be sure to add all that in your cart at checkout, and it's automatically going to take it off. But yeah, there we go, boys. I wanted to come in here and show you guys what they actually look like for y'all who may not have ever been on the website before. Those are the colors we got. If y'all are interested in that, I'm going to put the link first link in the description. Let's head back, see if that catfish might be floating. And then I figured out how to rig up an underwater camera. We're going to drop it down and see if we can actually see the GoPro or the fishing rod. I think we have a pretty good chance. All right, guys, it has been 3 days later. I wanted to give that catfish plenty of time to die. You know, it's 4 days with a hook in its stomach. Could be dead, good chance. But before we go back to the pond, I am in Tractor Supply. Not gonna lie, slip on it. Kind of felt bad about what I said about the Tractor Supply bucket. And let's just say I'm getting one today, okay? Like that Tractor Supply, but not before I grab 2 more bags of fish feed. Now let's go get the bucket. I still stand on what I said. It's a very expensive bucket, and it's an overpriced, expensive bucket. And I also don't like all the writing on it, but stay tuned. I'll tell you what we're gonna do that when we get to the pond. I mean, it does have a handle on it. That's pretty cool, I guess, but I'm still gonna try to figure out a way to get this logo off. Because I'm gonna put a KG logo on it. That's way cooler. Plus, I think it's just a little, I think it comes off good. I thought of it. I think I can get the white ink off, and then I'm gonna put a big KG logo on it. Okay? Vision. Let's go to the pond. We gotta get this fishing pole. Buying a bucket. I'm gonna make a garbage bucket out of it. I like the rope, but besides that, it's just a normal bucket with a handle. What are your thoughts on the bucket? Is it worth $11.99?
Yeah, the rope's worth at least.
That's what I thought. I tell you what, never in my 25.12 years of living did I ever think I'd be paying $12 for a bucket. However, it is a good-looking bucket. I mean, I don't mean to get wrapped up in it, but put a lot of thought into this bucket. Come on, bucket. Let's go see where you like it. I feel like I'm getting wrapped up way too much in my bucket. But anyways, let's walk out on old Greg and let's see how she looks for the first time. We are losing water, which is a normal summer thing for this pond. Last year, it dropped about 6 feet, but since it's 24 feet deep, it was never really a big problem, and that's a good thing. We did have the old Lowe's bucket, but I went ahead and took it down. And now let's put up the gray bucket and let's just see how it does. It's gonna be sitting right here, and we're hoping that it latches on or hangs right there. Now, honestly, I ain't gonna lie, that actually looks pretty good. Not the fact that it's just randomly hanging there, but because my idea is I'm gonna try to get a rocking chair, and I think it might be gray. So it kind of matched that too. But yeah, that's kind of the prototype of my garbage bucket. If all goes well, I might even try to paint this table and that little box green. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Let's feed the fish for a second. Jeez, I get distracted easy. Man, I do get distracted easy. But look at all the fish. They're kind of hard to see, but if you look closely, you can sure see them. Bunch of fish just right there. But anyways, what was we here again to do? What was we supposed to be doing? Man, I forget easy, I don't know. Let's see, we came here to put up the bucket. And what else are we supposed to do? Oh yeah. We're sticking the GoPro down in the water. Oh gosh, and I think the water's clearer, which makes sense. Yeah, look at it over here by the bank. It makes sense because we've not really had a ton of rain, which is one of the reasons the water's low, but because of that, the water's actually settled pretty good, and you can see kind of deep. Now, I'm not gonna say we're gonna be able to look down and see the bottom. I don't think that's gonna happen at all, but I do have something rigged up. Oh yeah, we're supposed to look for the catfish too. Dang, I forget everything. It's kind of sad. Anyways, I got another idea too. Once we fly the drone, and if we still do not see any catfish floating and don't have anything to gill off of, check this out. We're gonna drop this rig down in there. Now, it is a GoPro with a flashlight mounted, and the plan is to just hover over where I think it is. We know that there's the GoPro, should be right there. We know that if the catfish didn't pull the rod, it should be over there. I'm just gonna drop it down there and kind of move it around slowly. Drop it to the bottom, pull up 2 feet, just move it around, and we'll go home and check the footage. But first, I am gonna go ahead and pull up the drone, and we're gonna fly around the pond for just a moment to see if we might actually see that catfish floating or just up on the bank since the water's dropping. Whew, I'm out of it, dude. This is bad. I like short-term memory loss or something. Bam! Let's fly this thing. Let's see how fast I can get this thing launched. And I've also got a few pieces of fan mail right here. We'll open it up after I fly the drone. I don't think this little drone flight's gonna take long. I'm looking around, I don't see anything. But I'm gonna throw up the drone, just whip it around real quick just to make sure. Let's get this thing in the air ASAP. All right, let's look around, boys. Now, I'm just gonna fly around the banks, and I'm just going to look for a dead catfish floating. And, I ain't even gonna, that catfish could actually be alive still. But there's something, I definitely don't think that's catfish. We'll zoom in and see what we might be able to tell from it. I can't tell what it is. There we have some warm stuff on the bank. Most likely just rocks, and that is what it is. We'll go ahead and make this flight kind of quick. We're not here trying to waste any time. Either we see a dead catfish floating, or we do not see a dead catfish floating. And really, I do not see a dead catfish floating anywhere. Kind of to be expected though. But hey, look at all the bluegill beds. They're looking good. Especially with the water clearing up. Take a real quick look. There's some more bluegill beds. And honestly, guys, I don't see any catfish floating. I mean, there's a chance he could have broke off the line on a rock. There's a chance he could still be alive. There's a chance he may not have been hooked good. There's a chance he could have died last night and a raccoon already ate him. Those are all possibilities, but I'm not really sure. But before I pull the drone down, I do want to send it up and get a really cool drone shot of the pond, just so that we can appreciate it a little bit more. There is the pond. It's about 2 feet down. It's got about 2 feet less water than it should have, but honestly, it's still really epic. So, just some cool little drone shots of what Gary Pond looks like. Now let's land this thing, open the fan mail, and then we're gonna drop that camera down and see what we can see. It is hot out here too. Jeez. It's super hot out here. I'm burning up. And to open this fan mail, I'm gonna be doing it with the KG pocket knife. This one happens to be the whitefish version. Something really interesting going on right now. We're actually doing a special on the KG pocket knives. Buy 2, get 1 free. I know that's 3 pocket knives, but that's pretty cool, right? Plus, if you get one, your brother gets one, and then you have a free one that you can give to your cousin. That's pretty cool too. But we're probably not gonna be doing these long. We'll probably run out really soon doing this, but yeah, man, the KG pocket knives. Buy 2, get 1 free. This first piece of mail is coming from Blake. That's all it said. And let's see what is in this little envelope. Hopefully I don't slice it open too bad. But if you're interested in that, check it out. First link in the description. That'll take you to the knives and the website and all that. Oh, dude, looks like Blake has actually sent me some really cool custom lures made out of straight up sticks. Now that is cool. 2 different stick lures. This one even has a weight built on it. That's pretty crazy. That's wild. And now we get to test out our bucket because this little thing that came in, I'm gonna put it in the bucket. Thanks, Blake. Those are actually super creative. Super creative. This one's coming from We the Pew Pew MFG. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out maybe. Oh, okay, we got something cool, I think. Looks like they make some like different gun lubricant stuff. This is really cool. I'll put this to use for sure. We'll use this, keep our guns in good shape. Solid, solid. And then we'll go ahead and practice with our bucket again. Perfect, dude. I knew I should have bought that bucket. And to go back to the bucket, I know I'm pretty fixated on the bucket, but you gotta admit, it is a good looking bucket. And I'm not done with the bucket either. I'm gonna take it home. There's a few modifications I still wanna do to this. We're gonna do that in next videos. Also, next video, listen, subscribe if you like this video. I'm just gonna put it out there, okay? We're going to pick up an 80-pound catfish to put in this pond in next week's video. I don't know if I should have told you that, but that's exactly what's going to happen. And then we're going to bring Mammy out the day after to see if we can actually get her to catch it. That's going to be insanity. But this one's coming from Anthony Horton. It's actually a KG pocket knife, but I think this is not actually fan mail. I think we may have accidentally sent them the wrong color or something. We'll get that lined out for you, Anthony. Absolutely, no problem. We got you, brother. Be looking forward to getting this lined out. Woo! Man, it is hot. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sweating a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how to get some of this cool footage. And then from there is when we will take it home. So if I just ow! Oh no, dude, straight away I'm already bleeding. That literally was like a speed run. Now I'm bleeding everywhere. Let's feed the fish, see if they like it. Dude, look, they love my blood. They love my blood. Look at that. Look at them. Dude, that's crazy. They're like little sharks. They love my blood. They're like sharks. Look at that. Oh my gosh. The big ones are coming up. The big ones like my blood. Look at them, dude. Now, imagine being in the ocean. Imagine being in the ocean and this being sharks. I'm just sitting here bleeding. I think I might have every single fish in the pond coming up looking at me. Not only that, but dang, why is it dripping that much? That's kind of bad, ain't it? Dude, these fish are crazy. I'm gonna get some underwater footage of this. This is crazy. These fish love my blood. Maybe they know me. All right, guys, I'm using my live blood. I'm sticking the GoPro underwater to see how many fish there actually are. All right, guys, well, this is a minor inconvenience. I still don't know what it looks like in person, but honestly, I'm not even mad that I got cut because that was honestly worth it. I don't even think I got cut that bad. I think the hook just went that deep, but I'm glad that the fish liked it. Yeah, that's not scary at all. Jeez. I'm gonna run to the truck and I'm gonna see if I got a KG med kit in there. I might actually need a Band-Aid. No, I think I'm good. I'm just gonna let the fish eat it. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's stick my hand in the water and see if the fish eat my hand. Yeah, imagine me putting an 80-pound catfish in there. Yeah, I see ya. That thing will drag me in one day. Eat me. All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna let this quit bleeding and then we'll go ahead and drop it down. All right, now back to business like we originally intended. I'm gonna go ahead. The plan is simple. It is to just simply drop this down in the water with the light on and hope that we might just be able to see what the bottom actually looks like. And if all goes well, there will be a GoPro down there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. GoPro is on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the light on. Light is on. Now let's drop this thing straight down and we'll go home and review the footage. All right, guys, we're back home. We're gonna watch this video. GoPro is on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the light on. Light is on. Now let's drop this thing straight down and we'll go home. All right, so this is when our journey begins. We are just gonna be looking for, oh my gosh, that's me dropping it down. I wish we could tell more about it, but the way it looks, all right, now we're getting down to the bottom. No, wait, there it is. I told you there's a GoPro down there. I literally told you there was a GoPro. The water's actually clear down there. All right, I paused the video. I'm getting excited. Let's just go back to this. The initial drop. I know I'm excited. We saw the GoPro. Now you know I ain't capping. I told you it's down there. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead. We'll just drop it down. What this lets me know, this first little drop, not necessarily about the GoPro, but it shows me there's fish in the water column from the top to the bottom. So there's literally fish from there. I'm just dropping it down. And there's fish the whole way down, and even some big ones. And then once we get towards the bottom, you can literally see the GoPro I've been talking about. That's it. In case you didn't believe me, that's what I was talking about. That's the GoPro. Let's just drop this camera around, and that's what the bottom looks like. It's actually not as dark. Well, we do have a flashlight. There's me letting it bump against the bottom. But then as I pull it up, oh, I shouldn't have let it bump on the bottom. There's fish on the bottom. That's important to see. And then as I pull it to the side a little bit, I think I should. Right there's the GoPro, I think. But there's actually quite a bit of fish down there on the very bottom. Never really thought about that. I never really thought how interesting putting this on the bottom could be. And how many fish there actually are. Also, what I'm doing there unintentionally is actually almost stirring up the bottom. But there's a little rock. That's what the bottom looks like. There's fish all on the bottom. I'm moving it a little shallower. And I've still not really got to see that. No, right there's the GoPro. It's the same exact brand, too. Little did I know I'm literally on top of the GoPro. I touched the GoPro. It doesn't get any better than that. And then I pull it up. That's perfect. I couldn't want it to be any better than that. Now let's drop it over there where we're going to drop it for the fishing rod. The fishing rod there, it's going to help us a lot too. Just watch as we're sinking. Ooh, it's a lot darker down there, but luckily that flashlight's actually pretty good. We're really going to have to pay attention here because it's a lot deeper. It's a lot darker. And if I would have known now, I think I could have held it about 2 feet off the bottom and got a bit better POV. But so far, I'm not seeing no fishing rod. I'm not seeing fishing rod. Not seeing a fishing rod. Was it a catfish? Was that a catfish? Dude, I'm telling you, I did not realize how cool it would have been. I did not realize how cool it was to drop a GoPro straight down. And then I'm kind of letting it drag the bottom. I just didn't want to get it too high and not be able to see anything. And then I ended up pulling it up. So what can we take away from this? First of all, the GoPro. Now you know I wasn't kidding about it. There is actually a GoPro down there, and I don't know how to get it back. I might be able to swim it. The fishing rod, however, I'm really not sure what to do. I'm really not exactly sure what to do about the fishing pole because I was not able to find it. But I also didn't probe too hard. I kind of just let it dunk in and dunk out. That is actually crazy. And there's fish down there around it. This makes me feel like I'm on like I'm searching for the Titanic or something crazy. It really does. And all the fish down there, that's crazy. So many fish down there. Well, there we go, guys. I think that concludes this video. We magnet fished. We got some stuff out of the water. And we confirmed it's down there. But as for this specific rod and the GoPro, as of right now, well, they're still in there. Let's just say that. If you want to see the video where we scuba dive trying to find the GoPro, click right over here. Or if you want to watch the time we electrofished the pond where we shocked it to see what kind of fish lived in it, click right over here.